Hello everybody, my name is Shirley Wiseman. Welcome to Cooking with Shirley. And today we are going to be making homemade spaghetti sauce. And so I'd like to show you, I picked some tomatoes from my garden. These are them right here. Okay, and this one I think the deer took a couple of bites out of, but I've just washed it. We're gonna use that one anyway, even though the deer got to it first, but I've washed them. And then we take the cores out of them, okay, like that. Or any bad spots that you have, you need to cut those out. And then we're going to put them in a pot. Over here I've got them in a pot of boiling water. I just took some out. After the water boils, put a few tomatoes in the pot and leave them there for about a minute or two so the skins will get soft. And then you're going to immerse them in a bowl of ice water. So I don't know if you can see that. I don't have my cameraman, but I've got ice water in this bowl. And then I have see how the tomatoes, I'll bring this over here, have split here, so you can see that here, the skins. So they were in the boiling water for about a minute or two, and now the skins just come off very easily. And what I'm going to do is cut them up. I'm going to cut them up, put them in my pot, and then I'm going to cook them until they get really soft. Cut them up into small pieces and cook it. So this is going to be spaghetti sauce from fresh tomatoes, and it does take a while to cook down the tomatoes. Once they're cooked down, I'm going to saute some ground beef here, cook that on the burner, and this is grass-fed. You can make your spaghetti sauce vegetarian. I like to put some protein in it, and for me, I eat a paleo AIP diet, which is grain-free, dairy-free, egg-free, gluten-free. I do eat tomatoes. Some people don't have tomatoes or don't eat them in their diet. But we're also going to put some onion in it and some garlic. And in the oven, I have an onion, almost a head of garlic, and I have 2 bell peppers. And I'm roasting them on 400 degrees. So when they get done, I'll peel the skins off, I'll cut them up and put them in my spaghetti sauce along with my meat after it's cooked down a little bit. I'm also going to add some herbs. I have some oregano. These are herbs from my garden that I have dried in the dehydrator. So I've got some oregano, some parsley, and some German thyme, and I'll have sage, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, but I don't put sage and rosemary in my spaghetti sauce. This is basil. That was not from my garden, but it is dried basil, so I'm going to put some of that in, and I'm going to put some bay leaves in. And then also, I like to use something to cut the acidity of the tomatoes, so I'm going to put a little bit of red wine in it. And I have some plum jam in the refrigerator. I'm going to get that out and put a little bit of plum jam in there. If you have fresh plums, it works well. What it does is gives a little bit of sweetness to cut the acidity of the tomatoes, and the flavor of the plums go really well in the spaghetti sauce. And you can use any kind of tomatoes you have. Plum tomatoes work great. Little tomatoes, big tomatoes, any colored tomatoes. I have also frozen some, and even whether you freeze them, or put them in your spaghetti sauce, I still do the same thing where I put them in some boiling water to slip the skins off. See how easily they peel off. And then I put them in gallon zipper bags, freezer bags, and put them in the freezer. And then you can get them out and use them later for spaghetti sauce if you like. That's usually what I do. Or if you want to make soup, that would be fine. But I just usually freeze them whole like that, the tomato, once I get the skin off. But in this case, I'm going to cut them up into some good size pieces, well, small pieces, so enough to cook it down. So it'll be like that, pretty much. Just cut it up into little pieces. You probably can't see it for the camera. So this is about like that for the pieces, and just want it to cook down. And I'll come back with you after I get it, all my tomatoes processed and in the burner, in the pan on the burner, so that you can see how that's done. All right, thank you.